Amid increasing incidents of political violence in Kerala, Union Minister Arun Jaitley has landed in Thiruvananthapuram. He will visit the home of RSS worker Rajesh, who was hacked to death allegedly by CPM men last Saturday. The Union Minister will also be going to be meeting the BJP councillors in Thiruvananthapuram, whose houses were attacked in the city in the recent past. Jaitley's visit to Kerala comes on a day when Chief Minister Pinarayi VIjayan has called an all-party meet to discuss the incidents of political violence in the state. It is not yet known whether Jaitley will meet Chief Minister Pinarayi VIjayan or not. Yesterday, top state CPM and BJP RSS leaders met in Kannur to discuss the recent clashes between the two parties. Both the groups said that they will take steps to restore peace in the volatile area. For more on this, I am joined by India Today's editor Rahul Srivastava. Rahul, please give us more details. Arun Jaitley has arrived in Thiruvananthapuram. What's his day ahead?
See, he's left the airport to move to Rajesh's house. Now, there has been a spiral of violence, and the violence is not new. Yes, of course, there has been an escalation in terms of the regularity with which the clashes have been happening and the number of people who are getting killed. The BJP charges that since this government has come to power, 14 of its RSS or BJP cadres have been killed by the CPM, and not only there has been killing, there is a certain degree of intimidation by the CPM cadres. There have been marches by CPM cadres which are openly trying to kill BJP and RSS cadres. In this scenario, the CPM has also charged the BJP with similar violence, in fact, starting the violence. That is why such is the atmosphere, and so crucial is now the BJP, Kerala for BJP, that Finance Minister and Defence Minister Arun Jaitley is personally visiting victims of violence in Kerala between RSS and the BJP. The signal is very clear. Recently, the BJP had held its national executive in Calicut in Kerala. Kerala is one place where the BJP wants to make serious inroads. And it has been one of those bastions where the BJP was hoping in the last elections to win 8 odd seats, but it won just 1, and in 7 odd, it was second. And that's why the BJP realizes that there is a political space between the UDF and the LDF, which have been in power alternatively in the state for several years. The BJP realizes that the cadre, for building up a cadre in Kerala, it will need to back its cadre. So to raise the profile of the struggle between the CPM and the RSS and the work done, the Finance Minister personally has been deputed by the party president, Mr. Amit Shah. Mr. Arun Jaitley will also not only be meeting some victims at their home, but has called several family members of a lot of victims who have been injured or killed in the past to be meeting him. It's unclear, as you said, whether he'll be meeting the Chief Minister or not. But yes, the BJP is definitely trying to raise the profile of its efforts in Kerala, the southernmost state in this country.
Right. Rahul, please stay on with us. Let's also tell our viewers about how this situation is unfolding in the state of Kerala. And as Jaitley has just arrived in politically charged Kerala, members of the ruling CPM have staged protests against the BJP outside Governor's House in Thiruvananthapuram. CPM's protest is against alleged attacks against its workers by the RSS BJP cadres. Remember, the spotlight of political killings has now shifted from Kannur to the state capital, where an RSS worker was killed allegedly by CPM workers. Jaitley's visit comes in the backdrop of the RSS demanding either a judicial or central agency probe into their workers being targeted by the CPM. Alright, I'm also joined by India Today correspondent Gopi Krishnan. Gopi, tell us more about these BJP protests that are taking place.
According to our sources, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley landed here in Thiruvananthapuram at around 11:35, and he's already on his way to RSS Karivag Rajesh's house to meet his family and other party leaders. In the airport, he was received by Kuminam Rajshekharan, Rajesh MP, O. Rajagopal MLA, and other senior leaders of the BJP in the state and other MPs. from the center. And at the same time, in front of Raj Bhavan, that is the governor's residence, the CPM is organizing an entirely different kind of protest. They have called in for the families of CPM activists who have been killed in Thiruvananthapuram over the last 25 years. And according to a press release that they have given out just now, in the last 25 years, 21 CPM workers have been killed allegedly by the RSS, and the CPIM has conducted this dharna in front of Raj Bhavan, demanding that Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, who is anyway in Thiruvananthapuram, to meet the RSS workers' families, should also meet the families and the relatives of the CPM workers in the state. And in this particular dharna, which has now just been inaugurated by CPM State Secretary Kodiyeri Balakrishnan, they are making serious allegations against the RSS with statistical data of the number of murders that they have conducted all across the state. And the CPM is also claiming that though Arun Jaitley may be a member of BJP, but he has been elected to the parliament as the people's representative, and he has obligations to meet the families of people who had to the families who have lost their people from both sides, rather than constraining his visit to only the families of RSS. And they are also claiming that this will not give out a fair and peaceful message to the people of other families.
Right, and taking a cue from what you're saying, Gopi, and even as Arun Jaitley has reached in Thiruvananthapuram to meet the relatives of BJP workers killed in political violence, a CPM worker has written an open letter to Defence Minister Arun Jaitley urging him to visit her husband, who allegedly is a victim of RSS attack in Kannur. A.K. Ramya's husband is fighting for life after he was brutally attacked by RSS workers on 3rd of July. She asked Jaitley to intervene and ask RSS workers to desist from political violence. Ramya is also the Panchayat president from Iranholi in the 10th district of Kannur.
Talks went on for over an hour between the top brass of both political parties. Leaders came out saying that the message of peace will go across to ground level cadre within the next 10 days. But what needs to be seen is, with the ongoing blame game between the CPM and RSS, will peace be restored in the city of Kannur, or will it continue being Kerala's killing fields? With camera person Alok Das, Shalini Lobo in Kannur for India Today.
All right, our reporters Rahul Srivastava and Gopi Krishnan continue to be with us. Rahul, if I may ask you, was that a conscious decision by Arun Jaitley to just... before we go to Rahul, these are live visuals coming in from Thiruvananthapuram. Defence Minister Arun Jaitley visiting the family of those who've been attacked in the political rivalry, the bloody cycle of violence that's unfolding in Kerala. Visiting the victims of violence in Kerala. So that's Arun Jaitley, Defence Minister, on your screens. Gopi Krishnan is still with us. Gopi, can you please give us more details? Who are these people who's Defence Minister Arun Jaitley meeting right now?
Defence Minister Arun Jaitley has just now reached the house of RSS Karivahak Rajesh, who was murdered last week by allegedly CPM leaders, and according to the visuals, if I can get these things right, he is meeting his family members, including his father, his Rajesh's father, Rajesh's mother, his wife, and 2 young children of Rajesh. And there are also other local party members and parties, senior leaders in the state, who is accompanying Rajesh in this visit.
Okay, so that was Gopi Krishnan, who was telling us that Defence Minister Arun Jaitley is right now meeting the family of slain RSS worker Rajesh, who was hacked to death last week in Thiruvananthapuram. His palms were chopped off, and after which it was the BJP and RSS that were blaming the left behind it. But the police and the government are maintaining that the left is not behind this murder. And on your screens is Arun Jaitley, who's meeting the relatives of Rajesh, an RSS worker who was hacked to death last week. Arun Jaitley is also expected to meet the relatives of BJP workers whose houses were attacked allegedly by the left. And today, right now, he's meeting the family of Rajesh, an RSS worker who was hacked to death last week in Thiruvananthapuram. The investigation is still underway. The police is saying that as of now it does not look like a case of political rivalry. As of now it seems like a case of personal enmity more than political rivalry. So the investigation is still underway, but the RSS and the BJP have vehemently claimed that it's the left that's behind this murder, and the government and the police is trying to cover up. I'm joined by Gopi Krishnan and Rahul Srivastava for more on this. Gopi, please give us more details about this meeting, and after this, what is Jaitley, who all is Arun Jaitley expected to meet after he's done meeting Rajesh's family?
Actually, according to Jaitley's schedule for the travel to Thiruvananthapuram, his priority number one was obviously to visit the family of Dilli Aajtak, the residents, and as now we can see on the visual scenes, with the family of Rajesh, and he is communicating with them regarding the more details about that particular incident that have happened. And his second schedule on the agenda is a commemoration program that is supposed to happen very close by this Rajesh's house. That will be in the very next junction, that is Srigariam, where this commemoration program of Rajesh death will be observed by the BJP and RSS leaders, and Jaitley is also expected. Jaitley will also take part in this program. Following this, he is scheduled to travel to the city center, where he will meet more families of RSS workers and activists, RSS BJP workers and activists who were attacked and whose houses came under attack in the last week's violence. And after this, at 1:30, he has a scheduled plan. He has a schedule to meet families where there will be a mass gathering of the families who came under the attack, and this will happen in Aaj Tak, very close to the famous Aaj Tak temple in Thiruvananthapuram. Both these programs are scheduled to happen in the city center itself. And following this, in the afternoon at around 4:30, he is scheduled to meet the media here as well. Obviously, he will take questions from the media, and he will explain the scenarios here.
Gopi, please stay on with us. I'm also joined by editor Rahul Srivastava. Rahul, a lot of questions are being asked, because if there is a Rajesh who's alleged to have been killed by the left, there's also a Srijan Babu of the CPIM who's fighting for his life, and it's alleged that he was attacked by the BJP and RSS workers. But the questions are being asked right now is that why has Jaitley just chosen to meet the BJP RSS workers and not from the left? And do we have any clarity if he's going to meet the Chief Minister or not?
No, right now there is no clarity whether he's going to meet the Chief Minister or not. But the fact is that since Arun Jaitley is the Defence Minister and the Finance Minister, and he's a BJP leader, and the BJP does want to bring the focus sharper, the national focus, on the kind of violence its own members in Kerala are facing at the hands of the CPM. And that is why it's logical that if the BJP wants to pitchfork at a higher level what has been happening in Kerala, by sending Mr. Arun Jaitley, Amit Shah, the BJP president has sent out a very strong signal that this is something that the BJP is going to fight for. And the BJP is not only fighting for its own cadres, but is fighting for political space in Kerala. And it is because the BJP is trying to enter the political fray, it is the CPM cadres which are attacking its cadres. Now, definitely this story of violence definitely has two sides. The CPM General Secretary, Mr. Sitaram Yechuri, in an interview had said that it started sometime in the 70s, and over the last couple of years, nearly 200 of their own cadre has been killed. But the fact is, if you see the kind of build-up which is being indulged in, we saw just day before yesterday, the RSS second-in-command, Mr. Dattatreya Hosbole, hold a press conference in which he attacked the CPM government, said that the CPM has refused to sit down on the discussion table to talk, and even went on to say that if such conditions continue, there should be governor's rule or central rule in Kerala. The CPM reacted extremely strongly by saying that this is exactly what the grand design of the BJP is, to use the kind of violence which has been happening in which its own cadres are actively involved, and eventually create a situation in which the centre can intervene and destabilize the government. What one can certainly say is that given the kind of political climate here, with the BJP trying to become an alternative in Kerala, one can certainly say that violence will need a very tough stand by all political party and agreements to actually end. Otherwise, such is the muscular policy being followed by all the political parties, that is the CPM and the BJP and the RSS, that it seems very difficult that there might be an end. The finance minister right now is inside Rajesh's house, meeting the family members, discussing, talking to them, and there is a large posse of media outside waiting. Perhaps that very shows the essence of the visit, that's the high-profile visit to raise the profile of the conflict.
Right, and Rahul, please stay on with us. On our screens are visuals of an emotional family of RSS worker Rajesh who was hacked to death last week. Relatives breaking down in front of Arun Jaitley, Defence Minister, who's come all the way from Delhi to meet them. Gopi Krishnan is still with us. Gopi, I want to know, yesterday a peace talk, a meeting happened between the BJP, RSS and the left leaders. Give us more details. What were the key takeaways from that meeting?
As you rightly said, following the attack on Rajesh, there have been a series of peace talks and discussions, including the bilateral discussions between the CPIM and BJP. And most important thing, actually, two of the most important meetings also took place during the last 1 week, which includes the meeting of CPM leaders, including the Chief Minister, with the BJP leaders in Thiruvananthapuram on the second day of the Rajesh murder. And the other meeting, which you rightly said, happened yesterday at one of the most political hotspots in the country, Kannur. And in Kannur, CPM leaders, including CPM State Secretary Kodiri Balakrishnan, met with the RSS leader and BJP State Secretary Kumaram Rajesh. And after this meeting, as both these leaders were telling to India Today, both the parties are told that they will ensure every step to maintain peace in the state and curb violences, and also they have told that the takeaways of this particular meeting and the steps needed to be taken to ensure peace will be passed on to the lower cadres of the parties, so that there will be hardly any unruly incidents even at the lower or local levels in the state. And following that, today there will be a state level all-party meet that is happening in Thiruvananthapuram, which is scheduled to start at 3 p.m., which will be obviously attended by Chief Minister Pinarayi VIjayan, opposition leader Ramesh Chennithala, senior leaders of BJP, and obviously other senior leaders of other major parties is also expected to take part in this particular meeting as well.
Okay. Gopi, as we see Arun Jaitley meet the relatives of RSS worker Rajesh, who was hacked to death last week, give us the facts of this case. Where is the investigation headed right now? Because, the BJP and RSS claim that it is the left that's behind Rajesh's murder, but the police has so far maintained that they don't see any clue of political rivalry. It's personal enmity, and the investigation is still underway. Please give us more details about the investigation.
Exactly. As immediately after this particular incident that happened on last Saturday evening, this attack took place at around 8:30 p.m. at the night, and Rajesh succumbed to the injuries later at the hospital at 10:45. And following this, the city police, including the Srikaryam police, under which jurisdiction this murder has occurred, took a very prompt step. They ensured that all particular culprits, including the 7 main accused who are believed to have taken part in this particular attack, were nabbed within 36 hours. If the confidential report from the police authorities has to be taken into account, what they are telling is that by the next day morning, which means even before 12 hours, all the 7 accused, including the 7 people who directly took part in this particular incident, were nabbed by the police, and it was only later that they were submitted to court, and most of them were remanded.
Right.
But BJP has always, from the beginning, have taken an anti-CPM stand in this particular incident, alleging that the prime accused in this case, Manikutan, who is believed to have some personal rivalry with Rajesh, and obviously both these people were distant neighbors as well. And BJP has always been making allegations against CPM, clearly stating that Manikutan is supported by CPM and he has clear CPM background. But the police have not yet been able to confirm his political background, and there is the case with other people who have accused as well.
Right. Thank you so much, Gopi, for that comprehensive update. We've completely run out of time on this bulletin. Stay tuned to India Today with RSS Wrap. News and updates continue on the other side.